Broadcasting live on the road today. We're here at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. Done got my pineapple dragon fruit frosted ready to go. So, here it is. Done got taken care of. Take a couple of sips. Good for you. Cures what ails you, as they say. So, good morning to you. Thanks for being with us. We are here live again at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City on this Wednesday, March the 26th, final Wednesday of the month. Hard to believe. What is it, Monday, Tuesday next week? Tuesday next week will be April Fools. So, but we're here today. We're ready to bring it to you. Birthdays, we got several to tell you about. Diana Ross. Diana Ross and the Supremes having a birthday. She's 81 today. Steven Tyler, the lead singer of Aerosmith, birthday boy today. Steven Tyler is 77 years old. Vicki Lawrence, funny lady from the Carol Burnett Show, Mama's Family. Is that Mama's House, Mama's Family? Funny lady. She's having a birthday, 76. Country music singer Ronnie McDowell having a birthday, 75. Basketball Hall of Famer John Stockton having a birthday. He was a good one, 63 today. And country singer Kenny Chesney having a birthday. He has 57 candles on his birthday cake. Here again on this Wednesday, as we're here live, as we said, at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. We're going to get into a lot of sports today. We're going to start things off on a tough note, but it's temporary, we hope. Evan Carter, roster moves sent down to the AAA franchise for the Texas Rangers. So Carter says, quote, I know I can help this team win, so take advantage of the opportunity to kind of have a stress-free environment to get back to what I know I can do. I've proven to myself and everybody else that I can do it. I did it on the highest stage, so I know that it's in there. I just got to get right back to feeling confident. So he has been sent down to Red Rock, the AAA in the Pacific Coast League, the AAA affiliate of the Rangers. President of Baseball Operations Chris Young says this about Evan Carter. Quote, he just needs some reps. He missed a lot of time. Swing's not dialed in right now. I have full confidence he's going to get going here. When he does, he's going to be right back up here with us in the big club. End quote. That's the president of baseball operations, Chris Young. So Evan Carter, for the time being, we hope it's a small blip on the screen, but he has been sent down to AAA with the Texas Rangers before the season starts, which starts tomorrow for everybody in Major League Baseball. Tomorrow and a few teams on Friday, but primarily most of the teams will get going tomorrow in Big League Baseball. We are live here again. If you've not had it, the pineapple dragon fruit, get it in Sunjoy, lemonade, iced tea, of course the frost is what we get, which is awesome, but there's 4 options you can get. It's a temporary, it's a limited supply, limited time drink right now. Also, the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich, bacon, Colby Jack cheese, lettuce, toasted buns, slathered in barbecue sauce. They're flying out of here. It's been a big hit. Folks had asked for Chick-fil-A to bring it back, and they brought it back, and it's going huge. And so you get a grilled, spicy, or original, the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich going on now here at all Chick-fil-A's, but we're here today at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City, right down the street from Best Buy here on People Street in Johnson City. National Anthem time, here we go. Who's going to do it? I like that T.R. Dunn fellow to do it. He does a wonderful job. Here he is from right here in Johnson City. T.R. Dunn with the National Anthem. We got the verse today. We'll jump in and take a look at some high school sports. Andrew Smith joins us coming up in just a few minutes, in a little while, at the bottom of the hour to be exact. Top of the hour, Mr. Baseball. Greg Saggers here. Get ready for start the opening day tomorrow for Big League Baseball. We got lots to talk about with the bigs, and then also coming up later on, we'll be joined by a brand new guest. We're very excited about that. From the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, brand new director. He's going to join us. And also Travis Constable from TNS Home Improvements, one of our great sponsors. He's going to join us. It's spring fix-up time, and he can help you. And he will tell you all he can do for you, and they're busy. I like that. Here's T.R. Dunn National Anthem on the Tom Taylor Sports Show number 2,255. We're heading our way to 2,300. 2255 on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Oh, say can by the dawn's early light. What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, the brave.
And back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show, Evelyn Story. How you doing? We were getting ready to talk and jump right in and talk a little high school baseball. Great game again yesterday, man. I tell you, it's a 3-10 baseball team, but they don't play like a 3-10 baseball team. Crockett's got a really good team. Cyclones make it 7 in a row, but they again got pushed, and understandably so. The team's really good. J.D. Hooks got that one-out triple in the top of the 7th, breaking the 6-6 tie, and again, Cyclones held on to win 7-6 over the Crockett Pioneers in Jonesboro yesterday. A.J. Foreman 2 for 3, leading Crockett. Caden and Lucas Easterling both drove in a couple of runs. Marcus Greenway scored 3 runs. Nolan Street doubled. And a losing cause for the Crockett Pioneers. Cyclones beat them 7-6. Other baseball games, Tennessee IBET beat Unicoi County 7-5. Gage Graziano hammered a solo shot. Part of his 3 for 3 effort, scoring 4 times. Tennessee I wins 7-5. So Colby Jones, single pair of RBIs, and a losing cause for Unicoi County. Hudson Pender and Austin Harbor both had 2 RBI games for the Vikings. Graziano pitched and struck out 9. So, Page is your grandson. He's a heck of a pitcher. Braden Page got put into a tough situation. Cooper Pettit started, and Page went, I don't have it in front of me, 2 or 3 innings. I thought he pitched very effective. So, Crockett's a good baseball team. I know that sounds goofy to say that they're 3-10, but I'm not sure why they're 3-10. But I know the 2 games they played at Elizabeth and I called, they pushed them. They're a really good ball club, I think. So they're going to be. And here's the thing, and you know this. We talk about this every time there's a sports season going on, and there is one right now. It's not where you start, where you finish. It's where they will play come tournament time, all these teams. You can struggle and get hot in tournament time, and away you go. University High all over Unaka, 18-1. Knox Poston had 3 for 3, a double, and 2 RBIs. Maddox Anderson had a double. Daxon Letterman went 2 for 3. So 18-1, University High baseball over Unaka. Daniel Boone beat Athens, Alabama, 5 to 3. T.J. Leonard with an RBI double in the 4th inning. Braden Norton went 6 innings with a pair of strikeouts to get the win for Daniel Boone. Then they turned around and beat T.R. Miller, another team out of Alabama, during the spring break trip. Beat him 9 to 5. Ben Stevens 2 for 2 with the triple to help the Trailblazers. Zeke McCoy doubled twice. Will Gregory had a pair of base hits. And so, yeah, you're welcome, Evelyn. That would be the grandmama of Braden Page. But, yeah, they've had close games. I've said that several times on the broadcast. Say it again today. They don't play like a 3-10 baseball team. But the record is what it is. But there again, it doesn't matter. Come tournament time, everybody starts 0-0. It's kind of like, I say this all the time, teaching for the test, the benchmarks, whatever you call them now. In school, the teachers will tell you that. They teach for the test. Well, in sports, you really play for the tournaments. That's what you're doing. You get ready for the tournaments because that's when it really counts. So, anyway, Hampton beat West Green 3-1. Jaden Kuhn pitched the final inning of third hitless baseball. Chase Davenport had a big double for Hampton. Elijah Henson struck out 6. And a pitcher's duel against West Green's Connor Campbell. It was a good ball game. Hampton prevails 3-1. That's all in baseball. Let's see. Then you get into softball. And you look and see Lila Bird at Unicoi County. Complete game effort. Unicoi County beats Tennessee High 4-0. Unicoi County 10-4 and 4-0. So Bird finished tonight with a dozen strikeouts. Big win for Unicoi County defeating Tennessee High in softball. So other softball games, Crockett beat Glenwood, Alabama. Actually played a 3-3 tie. Bailey Duggar 2-out RBI. Tied the score in the top of the 5th inning. Getting this, by the way, compliments to the Johnson City Press. The recaps. Got to give them proper credit because that's where I'm getting this information. Crockett beat Glenwood, Alabama, or actually tied them up 3-3. Crockett beat Haleyville, Alabama, 14-0. Laney Britton and Bailey Duggar both went 2 for 3. Pair of RBIs, Crockett, Riley Tulloch, remember those names from basketball. Triple in a run, Autumn Lacey. And, Autumn Wynn and Lacey Whitaker, and Britton all had doubles. Daniel Boone's ladies beat Dale County 4-3. Ava Saul 2-run double, give Daniel Boone the lead. Emma Crowley struck out 2 in her 8-hit effort for Boone's softball team. Then they beat Chilton County, Alabama played a 5-5 tie. Hampton's ladies beat Happy Valley 17-7. Hannah Smith 3 for 4 with a pair of RBIs, 4 runs scored, as Hampton scored 10 runs in the 6th inning to break it open. Emma Birchfield had a double, Mallory Lamb had a triple, Briley Davis and Hadley Vines 2 doubles. It was a hit parade for Hampton, won 17-7. Elizabeth beat Sevier County Lady Cyclones 13-2 over the Lady Smoky Bears. Caitlin Grider and Sadie Williams both had doubles, finished a double shy of the cycle. Williams 4 for 4, 2 RBIs and 4 runs scored. Piper Bennett 3 for 5. McKenna Blackwell went 2 for 3. Lily McDuffie struck out 8. Cloudland beat Johnson County 20-5 in girls softball. Interesting, Cloudland took a double away from Johnson County. Identical scores, 20-5 both ball games. That's interesting. What are the odds that would happen? To play a double hitter and both final scores are the same score, 20-5. So anyway, that's what you got again in high school softball and baseball. And one soccer score, Unicoi County beat Chucky Doug 2-1 in soccer. We're here live again at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. Oh, yes. The pineapple dragon fruit. It is awesome. Get ready to give me another sweets and when I go to the break here. So that's what's going on there. Let's see who's playing today. Again, compliments of the Johnson City Press. Who's in action today in baseball? Let's see. You've got Wednesday. Dobbins Bennett playing 2 in South Carolina against Philip Simmons and Hanahan. Daniel Boone's taking on Walnut Ridge, Arkansas, playing at Orange Beach, Alabama. God bless them. They're on the beach playing baseball. Oh, and here we sit. And there they are playing softball down at the beach for spring break, which is awesome. I'm making sport. That's great. That's what it's all about. Sullivan East plays at Science Hill baseball today. Soccer today, nothing but the boys in Northeast Tennessee. Southwest Virginia baseball from yesterday. Abington beat Lehigh 12-2. John Battle defeats Virginia High 6-1 at Chowally. The Warriors a 13-1 win over Castlewood in boys baseball in Virginia. Softball, one game today. Gate City plays the East Side. So the RUB, you caught up local high school sports. Compliments again of the Johnson City Press. One other game, too, I left out. It would be the Sullivan East Patriots defeating West Ridge 8-6. Let's see, Caden Hicks, yep. Left-hander went 6 in the third innings of work at relief. He fanned 6, allowed 1 earned run, scattered 4 hits. Wow, so big game again for Sullivan East, led by Caden Hicks as they beat the West Side Wolves 8-6. So another win for the East Patriots, and Coach Mike Brenninger, who's a fan of the show and watches the show. We're here live again. We've got Andrew Smith coming up. He's going to take a look at some high school sports covering for the Johnson City Press. Also going to get his take on the Sweet 16, which starts, of course, tomorrow. Basketball, big time tomorrow. The Sweet 16. We got the NIT from last night. The Chattanooga Moccasins are making a run to win the NIT out of the Southern Conference and out of Tennessee, of course. We'll take a look at that coming up. Also, we've got stories. Let's see what else we got. We got stories. Basketball coaching carousel continues. Sean Miller leaving Xavier. It didn't take long to ride around and hire Richard, not Rick, but Richard Patino. Rick Patino's son's now going to be the new coach at Xavier, which is in the same league as his dad. He'll be coaching against his dad, which is pretty cool. So Sean Miller's leaving Xavier. And one college football firing, Stanford let go of Troy Taylor, fired him. He's having problems off the field with a lot of all kinds of being found to bully and belittle female athletic staffers, so they've set him free. Plus, you look at his record, that probably helped him get rid of him. He's 3-9 last 2 years, so he's 6-18 over the last 2 seasons. That'll help you get out of there, too. But, again, having problems with the female staffers, NCAA compliance officer, so even tried to get her removed after she warned him of rules violations and repeatedly made inappropriate comments to another woman about her appearance. So he's been ugly, as my mom used to say. He's not being nice, he's being ugly, and so they removed him as the head football coach of the Stanford Cardinals. Looking for a new coach there in Stanford. All right, he's here. Andrew Smith, what's he got on today? He's got a ball cap on. Is that the Igloo Polar Bears? I don't know. Who is that? Who? We'll let him tell you. There's something the Penguins heard him say. So it's loud in here. It's lunchtime. We're rocking it again. The Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich, cranking it out. Original, crispy, or grilled. You have your 3 choices. Again, you get the big old slab of sweet bacon. Slathered in barbecue sauce, Colby Jack cheese, lettuce, and a toasted bun. Doggies is good. And they're selling them like hotcakes. Folks ask for them to bring it back, and they have. And so it's going very, very well. Let me give you the verse today. Before we take a break, we'll dedicate our show to the man at home on the cross. And today, certainly no different. This is a good one. They're all good, but this is really good. He tends to our hurting hearts, those who grieve over their sins, and those who are afflicted by life's troubles. Everybody's got troubles. Here's the verse you can hang your hat on today. Psalms, he cares and is there for us. Absolutely. Here's the verse. Psalms 147:3 says, he heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. How about that? He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Doesn't get much simpler than that, folks. And much more comforting than that, quite frankly. He heals our broken hearts and binds up our wounds. That's pretty strong. It don't get much better than that, and it doesn't get much more simpler than that, quite frankly. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll talk a little sports, Sweet 16. The Braves, opening day tomorrow in San Diego, Petco Park. What's he got to say about his Braves starting the new season? And also, we'll tell you some high school sports. You got a chance to see Lila Bird pitch yesterday. She's the real deal. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. You're watching show number 2,255 of the Tom Baylor Sports Show, live at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City.
So I stopped in at Chick-fil-A for lunch and saw Officer Wilson come in. I decided to place a dine-in mobile order and have a cookie delivered to him just to show appreciation for his service for our community.
A few minutes later, I noticed that Officer Wilson had gotten up and left, and I knew he hadn't gotten his cookie yet.
And I'm headed to my car. I turn around and I see Allie, and she's running after me.
Mr. Police Officer, Mr. Police Officer.
Usually when someone yells, "Officer, officer," they want to ask me about a ticket they got. I absolutely wanted the cookie. This cookie is delicious.
These are the hands that planted the seed and pulled the weeds and fixed the engine and harvested the crop and loaded the truck. But of all these hands do, nothing is more important than being a good neighbor. From the farm to Food City, local produce is all in a day's work.
Back on the Tom Baylor Sports Show, we're here live at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. Busy, we like it that way. He's here. Andrew Smith, Johnson City Press. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, sir. Always a pleasure to be on.
Absolutely. Always like having you on. Good job. So the hat is a what now?
It is the Rome Emperors minor league baseball team. It's an emperor penguin is the fellow on the hat here.
There you go. That would be a Braves affiliate, would it not?
Yes, sir, they are. I believe high A.
High A? Yeah. The Rome Emperors. Rome, Georgia?
Yes, sir.
There you go. So, all right, it's a good way to start. Braves open up tomorrow at Petco Park, San Diego. Here's the Padres. They're breaking camp, ready to go. What do you think about Braves in 2025?
I think this should be a good year for the Braves. There's a ton of talent on the roster. Obviously, some of it isn't quite ready for opening day. I think they're playing on Spencer Strider will be back sometime mid to late April, so another couple weeks on him. And then a couple weeks after him, Ronald Acuna Jr. should be back. So I think to start the year, obviously start the year with a tough West Coast trip, San Diego and then Los Angeles. So, just find a way to tread water here the first couple weeks till, you get some reinforcements. Sean Murphy will be back in the next couple of weeks from his cracked rib he suffered in spring training. So, but yeah, this should be a good year for the Braves. You hope that the injury luck won't be quite nearly as tough as it was last year. But yeah, this should be a good year kind of thing. This season starts where last year ends in San Diego.
Can they win the division?
I think they can. It's going to be, as everyone has talked about, Greg has talked about, it's a 3-horse race. Atlanta, New York, Philadelphia, all three teams, really good, really talented. I still, I'm admittedly biased, but I still like Atlanta in this division. The fact that this team won 89 games last year with all of the injuries they had, it seemed like that team was cursed, honestly. I think it's a testament to Brian Snickers and the staff there, Alex Anthopoulos, the general manager, the way he was able to scramble some organizational depth when it didn't really feel like there was much of any. But yeah, I like this team a lot. Obviously, Philadelphia won the division last year. They'll be tough again. But I am a little concerned about the Phillies just because their core is aging a little bit more. Most of those guys are in their mid to late 30s, or at least early 30s. So, yeah, they'll be good, I think, this year. But how much longer? Don't really know. So, yeah, it should be a fun summer in the NL East.
The Mets have a banged-up pitching staff, but they have at the plate Pete Alonso, the Polar Bear, and Juan Soto. So, what's your take on the Mets? Pitching staff got beat up pretty good in spring training. They've kind of piecemealed it. Phillies along in the tooth. You're exactly right. So, the Braves, you feel like the Braves got the horses to do it, but who's going to press them, Mets or the Phillies?
Honestly, I think the Phillies more so because you mentioned it, the Mets pitching staff is a bit banged up. You know, it's not wasn't necessarily the deepest staff coming into the year before breaking camp, but also a couple injuries here. Severino, I think they're rolling with Clay Holmes. I think tomorrow is their opening day starter. So, you know, I just don't know if they have the pitching depth given their injuries. They'll be able to swing it a little bit, obviously. Alonso, Soto. I like their catcher a lot, Francisco Alvarez. I like his talent a lot. So I think they'll be able to hit and be in some games, but I just don't know if they'll have enough pitching throughout the long haul here.
We're here live at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City talking sports with Andrew Smith, sports writer for the Johnson City Press. We're going to get into his take on Legal Word coming up here in a minute and what he saw and just not just heard, but around the area of softball and baseball, which is obviously in high gear right now. Some teams are, as we said, we talked about Boone and Crockett, girls and guys, and Science Hills guys, I think DB's guys. Baseball are out of town on spring break, baseball and softball trips. So, but we've got a lot of local baseball and softball going on right now too. So we'll take a look at that coming up here in a few minutes. All right, Sweet 16, here we go. The West Regional, what's your take? Number 1, Florida. Number 4, Maryland. Maryland with Jacoby Gillespie from Greenville on the roster and playing. You get a lot of playing time, not just out there taking up a uniform. He's getting, and deservedly so, a kid can play. So, Florida will start with this in the West Regional. Tomorrow in San Francisco, the Gators or the number 4 seed Terrapins. Who do you like and why?
I like Florida. I've got Florida in the Final Four. I think Florida might be the deepest team in college basketball. They just rotate guys and stay fresh, especially in the front court. They can just wear you down like nobody's business. I like this Maryland team. It's a good Maryland team. I think they'll give Florida a good run for their money, but I just don't think they have the depth of Gators to give me Florida to go to the Elite Eight.
Walter Clayton, the best guard in the country?
He's one of them, for sure. He's a very talented young man.
Good answer. Good political answer. He's one of them, which means he doesn't think he is the best, but he's one of them. Good answer. Like that. Okay, he came right back. That's good. Number 3, Texas Tech. Number 10, Arkansas. For me, the Cinderella story of the tournament so far would be the Arkansas Razorbacks and John Calipari. And so they've got the Texas Tech Red Raiders. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it feels weird to talk about a Coach Cal-led team being the Cinderella of the tournament, but they really are. Double-digit seed, was kind of on the bubble for most of the regular season, and here they are in the Sweet 16 now. I don't think they'll get past Texas Tech, though. Texas Tech really impressed me, especially in the round of 32. So I think we'll get Florida versus Texas Tech in the Elite Eight. But, it's hats off to Coach Cal and the job he's done here getting his team ready for this tournament.
So you got Florida, you got Texas Tech.
Yes, sir.
All right. Go to the East Regional tomorrow. This is in Newark, New Jersey, the Prudential Center. Number 1, Duke. Number 4, Arizona. Blue Devils or Wildcats, and why?
I'm going to go chalk again. I like Duke here. I just think that they have so much talent. Obviously, the headliners, Cooper Flagg, likely be the number 1 pick in the draft this summer. But I just think this Duke team is too talented to not get past this Arizona team. It's a solid Arizona team. They looked really good against Oregon there late Sunday night. But yeah, I'll go Duke here. I think talent overall of that roster just wins out.
The other side of the equation, number 2, Alabama, and number 6, BYU, the Cougars, and the Crimson Tide. Who you like there?
This is a sneaky one, in my opinion. I feel like this one's kind of flying under the radar a little bit. I think BYU will give them a game, but I just think Alabama just plays too frenetic. If you're not used to playing that up and down style, Nato loves to get them quick, try and score in the upper 80s and the 90s. The quicker that game goes, the more I think it'll favor Alabama, and I do think it'll end up being a quick affair. So I'll go with the Tide.
Hello, Tommy Eldon. Hello, T.O. How you doing? Love you, buddy, over there in Kingsport. He's at Andy. T.O., good man. Midwest Regional, Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis on Friday. Number 1, Houston. Number 4, Purdue. The Cougars, they like to play that defense. Houston shooting 40% from three-point line. Number 1 in all of the country. 40% from three-point. And so they take on the Purdue Boilermakers, who the big guy's gone. He's in the NBA now, but they're still there with Matt Painter doing a great job coaching. But who wins the game, Houston or Purdue, and why?
I like Purdue in this game. And one of the main reasons I like Purdue in this game is being played less than 70 miles from the Purdue campus. This is going to be a de facto home game for the Boilermakers. And we saw last year, having that home crowd in the Sweet 16, in the Elite Eight, how big of a boost that gave Purdue in their Final Four run last year. So I think that Purdue will ride that crowd, be able to make enough shots. Obviously, that Houston defense is going to be tough. It'll keep them in that game. But ultimately, I think Purdue will end up pulling a little upset there.
It is virtually a home game for Purdue. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah.
Geographically, they're the closest school. We're getting ready to talk about Tennessee and Kentucky. I don't know how far Lexington is. Not that far from Indianapolis. It's easily drivable, and so is Knoxville. Houston's a different story. They're the farthest team out as far as a fan base, but they'll still be there. So you've got Houston. You taking the Cougars?
No, I'm going with Purdue.
Taking Purdue.
I'm taking Purdue in the upset there.
Whoa. On the cutting edge. Houston, the number 1 seed, so he's going to say the number 1's going down. On the other side of the equation, we know all about it. Tennessee and Kentucky. Kentucky got them the first 2 times. Can they beat them 3 times in a row? They don't have their star guard, Jackson Robinson. He's out for the Kentucky Wildcats. They got Lamont Butler, which is a big force inside for the Wildcats. But who takes this one and why?
It is very hard to beat a team in basketball 3 times in the same season. And obviously, you mentioned it, Kentucky won the first 2 in the regular season. I think there's something in that matchup that Kentucky's been able to exploit the first 2 times. Tennessee normally doesn't give up a great percentage at the 3-point line. But Kentucky shot extremely well game 1, shot well again in game 2. I think that Rick Barnes will be able to make the adjustments necessary. And I just think Tennessee will be able to shoot it at least a little bit better than their first 2 times playing. In that game in Knoxville, they shot, I believe, 45 threes in that first matchup. Did shoot at a good percentage. I don't think they'll take nearly as many shots, but I do think there'll be better looks. I'll take Tennessee to get to the Elite Eight for the 2nd straight year.
You look at this game, there's a lot of obviously some subplots. Number 1, you don't have Robinson for Kentucky. You got Butler, the guy in the middle, who is the heart and soul of the team on defense. They play a lot of good, strong inside defense for Kentucky. Tennessee, interesting stat, only 25% of the minutes played come from reserves. So that tells me Barnes goes with the starters. I mean, he leaves them out there and lets them go. And so the bench has not been a factor in a positive way for Tennessee, given the fact only 25% of the total minutes played by rotational players came from the reserves. They don't go to the bench much.
No, it's usually about an 8-man rotation. Barnes likes to run there, so it's worked to this point. But yeah, I think a guy like Cade Phillips coming off the bench will have to play a big role, especially given how strong Kentucky can be on the inside.
I think the key to the whole ball game for me, this is me talking. What's his name in the middle? Akapara?
Felix Akpara, yep.
He's the key. He's got to be in there. He cannot get in foul trouble. He's got to be a force. He's got to be in there and defend and combat and mess up Lamont Butler, the inside presence for Kentucky. I just think Akapara's the guy. Meshack's going to get his points, and Ziegler, Chaz Lanier, Gainey, those guys are going to score. They're going to get their points. But defense wins you championships. That's why everybody's counting on Houston except you to win it because of their defensive play. That's okay. You think they're going to get upset? That's certainly you're entitled to think that's why I've got you on here. But inside game for Tennessee, not there. They were exposed by Florida a couple of weeks ago in the SEC championship. The fact that they just don't have a big guy inside they can beat and bang. So we'll see. Igor Milicic, he's got to be there, but I think for me, it starts us off with the big guy in the middle. If he can't clog the middle, cause any problems, gets in early foul trouble, you got to bring the kid off the bench. You just mentioned Nate Phillips.
Yes, sir.
So I just think he's the key to the game. So we'll see, but that'll be a good one, obviously. Then you get to the South Regional in Atlanta. Number 1 Auburn against number 5 Michigan. Interesting staff of the Wolverines, the only team in Division I that starts 2 7-footers, 2 skyscrapers out there at the same time, Wolf and Golden. Who wins this game, Auburn or Michigan?
I mentioned in the Purdue game that despite being the 4 seed, Purdue has a great home court advantage. Auburn's got a pretty good one here in the South region. They're playing that at State Farm Arena in Atlanta, which is not very far at all from Auburn, Alabama. So I think the Auburn fans will travel well. I think they'll be loud. I think they'll make a difference. Mentioned the 7-footers. I think Janai Broom has been one of the best players in the country for the Tigers. I think he'll be able to get those guys in foul trouble early, especially. So I'll go Auburn, the 1 seed, get to the Elite 8 there.
The Wolverines' first team since we started doing this, the Sweet 16 back in 1975, which is a long time ago, to win 8 or fewer games the year before and reach the Sweet 16 the following year. So they're getting it done in Ann Arbor. Did they have enough horses? I don't know. Broom, I think he's the key to the game. If he gets in there and gets in trouble, in foul trouble, what's the other kid's name? Cardwell? He's big,
Yeah.
big muscular kid.
Yep.
I like him better like Broom. This guy, I know Broom's good talent, but Cardwell, I like this guy, the big guy, number 44 for Auburn. But I think
He's a strong defender. I'll say that.
So I think inside game again, down under, who's going to win that battle? You got 2 7-footers, you got Broom, you got Cardwell. So you're taking Auburn.
I'll take Auburn.
The other side of that equation will be Michigan State, the Sparties, the number 2 seed against the Ole Miss Rebels. Interesting stat. Head coach Chris Beard of the Rebels, 8th coach in college basketball history to win an NCAA tournament game with 4 different programs. So the RUV, does Ole Miss, can they pull the upset, the lower seed, number 6, against the Spartans, the Michigan State number 2?
Can they? Yes, but I don't think they will. It's hard for me to bet against Tom Izzo in March. He has a proven track record. This is a very solid Michigan State team, very well-rounded team, I believe. I think they'll just be a little too much for Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss will give them a good game. Beard's a good coach. I like this Ole Miss team, but I got the Spartans here. I think they'll go take on Auburn in the Elite 8.
You got Michigan State and Auburn. Okay. You got Tennessee. Okay. You got Houston and Purdue. You got Purdue. Okay. What else we talked about?
I had Florida.
Yep.
I had them playing. Who's on the other side of that
I
bracket?
don't know. We just went through all this. Duke and Arizona.
I had Duke and Bama.
Okay.
The
Duke and
East.
Bama. All right. Duke and Bama. We'll see how we do next week. We reconvene next Wednesday to see if I can brag on you or see Florida and who's Florida playing? BYU? No.
Bama had BYU.
Oh, here's the other sheet. Probably Texas Tech.
I had
Arkansas.
Texas Tech in the other game there.
Florida, Maryland.
Yeah, I had Florida over Maryland and Texas Tech winning over Arkansas.
So you got Michigan State, Auburn, Tennessee, Purdue, Duke, Alabama, Florida, Texas Tech.
That's
That's
correct.
what you're riding with? All right.
That's what I ride with.
So we'll make sure. Hello, Gary Taylor. How you doing, sir? We're live here at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. Coming up top of the hour, Mr. Baseball. Greg Sire, opening day tomorrow. You said the Braves will win the division.
I think they'll take the NL East.
Who's the best team in baseball going in? Dodgers or somebody else, do you think?
I think it's the Dodgers. Just the pure talent of this roster. It's insanely deep. Most all major free agents are going to Los Angeles. They've got a strong player development program. When you're able to cut bait with a guy like Gavin Lux to Cincinnati and not really miss a beat, I think that says a lot about where your organization is, both acquiring free agents and just development pool. So, it's the Dodgers until proven otherwise.
I think you're spot on, my friend. I think you're spot on. So we'll see. But all right, high school sports, man, it's wide open. It's pedal to the metal. We're almost in the middle part, not quite the midway part of the season, but it's getting close when we turn the calendar next week to April, and we get into serious down the stretch baseball and softball, track and field, tennis and soccer. So it's busy. What's your take? Let's start with softball. You've been out there covering a lot of games. Who do you like? What have you seen? What impresses you? And who impresses you so far?
I mean, last night I got to see Lil Bird for the first time this year. She is very impressive in the circle for the Unicoi County Lady Devils. She controls both sides of the plate really well. She's able to get a little cut, a little sink to a lot of her balls. She looked very impressive against Tennessee High last night. Another pitcher I'm very impressed with in 3A over in District 2, Addison Fisher. Virginia Tech signee, very good velo. Missed last season with an ACL injury. Has come back this year. She looked very good. I saw her last week against Claiborne.
She pitches volunteer.
Yeah, volunteer Lady Falcons. Yes, she is very impressive out there. Comes from the left side. Good velo, good movement. Couple good pitchers to watch in 3A.
For those out there who don't know what you're talking about, what does velo mean?
Velocity. She can hum it pretty good.
That's journalism talk. She's got the velo going on, and I understand that. So, but she missed last year with a knee injury. Now she's back. She's getting ready to be a Virginia Tech signee. Got a young lady that pitches for Tennessee High. It's going to be has signed to play for North Carolina. And of course, Little Bird. The folks have asked me, is that the same Little Bird as Elizabethton? It is. She transferred to Unicoi County, and so she is. We had a banner year last year. Having a banner year this year. So Unicoi County, a difference maker, no question, for her to be on the team. And so Leila is now a Unicoi County Blue Devil. So that's in softball. Who do you like in baseball?
Providence Academy is a really good team this year. They're led by Josh Owens, a Georgia Southern signee. They've got depth in their lineup. They've got good pitching, led by former Major Leaguer Jeff Reed, the skipper of that club. Just a very strong unit for Providence Academy baseball. I think Daniel Boone is solid this year in the small schools. I think University High, very deep. A lot of seniors on that team. I think they're poised for another deep run again this year. So just a few names, a few schools that I've gotten to see that I've liked a lot. I think Unicoi County will be strong in 3A. I think 2A is going to be honestly kind of a mess, but in a fun way. Just last night, South Green completed a sweep of Happy Valley. Hampton went on the road and got an upset win over West Green. Chucky Doak beat Johnson County. I don't know if there's necessarily a high upper echelon of teams, but I think everybody's fairly even for the most part in that league. So I think that will make for a fun next month and a half plus the district tournament. So just a few names out there.
Yep. Elizabeth has won 7 in a row.
They're hot.
First year coach Mike Korn, so they're playing very, very good baseball. As I said yesterday in the broadcast, Crockett is not a 3-10 baseball team.
No,
they're a
not
really
at all.
good team. They obviously had some tough luck, and so they.
They've definitely got more talent than what their record shows. I know they've challenged themselves in the out of the conference to try and get ready for conference play, district tournament, and all of that. It's funny enough, there after Friday's game, I got to see you there, and then after the game, I actually got to speak with Coach Presnell there. He's impressed with what Coach Korn's doing, but we both agreed, hey, it's good, but people remember what you do in April and May, not necessarily what you do in March. So
You got it. That's how
don't
it
want to
works.
peak too early if you're any of these teams.
You play for the tournament, just like schools teach for the test, the ACT or benchmarks, and in sports, you get ready for the tournament. I mean, everybody will tell you that. March Madness in college, high school, trying to get out of the state, it's the name of the game. And so, everybody's trying to tweak and get ready and see what they can pull off and get ready and dial in because we're getting ready to make a stretch run, which is hard to believe. We're getting ready to turn the page into April on Tuesday. And man, now you're talking prom season and graduation and into the school year. It's unbelievable. It's like the other day we had back to school bashes, and so we blink and here we are. So that's what happens.
I know it's just the cycle of things.
It is. It's called the cycle of life. So what are you working on right now? What are you doing today?
Let's see here. Today I have an off day. Gonna just kind of rest up on that. Thursday I'm having a feature out. Likely going to be doing one on Miss Addison Fisher from Volunteer. And then Friday I'll be over at the Eastman Invitational all day. That coming up this weekend. I'll be there all day Friday.
Big softball tournament in Kingsport, the Eastern Invitation, always a biggie. And he'll be covered with the Johnson City Press. Thank you, sir. Get you some lunch. We'll see you be back here next week.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back. You are here, and we are here. We're here at Johnson City Chick-fil-A on People Street, right down from Best Buy. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this. One of our great sponsors, making it go. As soon as I find it, it'll be the one right here. Hit that button right there, Tom. I will. As soon as I say Northeast Community Credit Union, the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At Northeast Community Credit Union, we know the importance of taking care of your family and building our community. Are you remodeling your home, trading cars for your next road trip, or maybe you're considering an in-ground pool or a boat for the lake? Our loans are easy, fast, and convenient with the lowest payments around. Act now before rates go up. Apply online at bmycu.org, call us, or come see us in Elizabethton, Johnson City, or Roan Mountain. We have the loan you need.
We're talking to our great sponsor of Cyclone Sports and Tom Taylor Sports Show, Dr. Smith, and the folks at Physical Therapy Services. For those out there who have no clue, tell us what it's all about.
Physical Therapy Services is a local mom and pop run physical therapy and occupational therapy clinic. We have clinic locations. We have 3 locations, 2 in Elizabethton, 1 in Roan Mountain. Our main office, where I'm located at 1975 West Elk Avenue, we focus on adults and athletic injuries. We have a pediatric clinic at 1500 West Elk Avenue that does both physical therapy and occupational therapy for the little kiddos out there. And then we have a clinic in Roan Mountain as well to take care of our wonderful Carter Countyans in the Roan Mountain community, and all focused on orthopedics and sports-related injuries, along with just general concerns with patients and people that want to be able to get out and move better. The human body is made to move, and that's what we try to do, is keep people moving.
Keep people moving. Hours are open.
7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Social media, how do we find out more about you?
Physical Therapy Services on Facebook. Look us up. You can also find us online at ptstn.net. And or you can just call the office, 423-543-0073, and we will put you in touch with the right people to get you the correct care that you need, whether it's through us or through one of our other affiliates that we work with.
There you go. One of our great sponsors, love promoting them. Again, the great folks at Physical Therapy Services, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Mr. Baseball joins us coming up here in just a few minutes. College basketball from last night, the NIT. Chattanooga beats the Bradley Braves 67-65 in the NIT quarterfinals. North Texas defeated Oklahoma State. They were the Cinderella team. Cowboys are gone. North Texas beat them by 2. So Chattanooga plays North Texas in the semis. Playing tonight will be Loyola Chicago and Kent State and University of California Irvine and the Blazers of University of Alabama Birmingham. That's the game going on tonight at NIT. So NFL news, interesting how things are unfolding in this quarterbacking before the NFL draft. But Russell Wilson leaves the Steelers to be that quarterback, the head dog, if you will, for the New York Jets. 1-year deal, $10.5 million, guaranteed up to $21 million based on perks. So Russell Wilson leaves the Steelers, leaves them with Justin Fields, and so they now have, after Aaron Rodgers is gone, they pick up Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston, who signed a 2-year deal with the New York last week. So they now have 2 quarterbacks in camp, Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston, to run the offense for the New York Jets, and Aaron Rodgers still not been picked up anybody. I guess that would open the door now for the Steelers to get Rodgers. It's been batted around here for a couple of weeks that he's going to end up being a Pittsburgh Steeler, but nothing confirmed, nothing definite. I'm not sure I'd take him, but that's just me. I think he's a different bird. I just think, I'm not sure he's a tremendous talent, no question, and he'll be a Hall of Famer. It is a Hall of Famer, I would think, someday in Canton, Ohio, but I just think his off-field and it just doesn't look like he's and I'm not there, so this is purely me sitting in East Tennessee, which is probably not fair to say, but it does not look like he is a team player in the locker room. I could be totally wrong, but nobody's coming out and saying, we like him, he's a good guy. His former teammate, so I don't know what that means. Anyway, Rodgers still out of home, and Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston are the 1-2 quarterbacks for the New York Jets. So I say the Jets or the Giants. Make sure I didn't say that wrong. So yeah, I did say it wrong. It's the Giants. So it's not. I'm sorry, not the Jets. It's the Giants. So and the Giants also went and got Jameis Winston, not the Jets at all. My apologies. It's the New York Giants. I kept thinking that didn't sound right, and it wasn't. So there you go. All right, let's take a look at the Lady Vols. They play coming up this weekend on Saturday at 3 o'clock against the Texas Lady Longhorns. Kim Caldwell has a threefold process: shoot 3-pointers without thinking twice about it, and they do. Crash the offensive boards relentlessly, and relentless pressure by substituting freely all the time, and she does, man. You're in there, you're out. 5 in, 5 out. Lady Vols forced 23 Ohio State turnovers and converted them into 37 points. That's a pretty good turnaround. 23 times 2, 37 points of turnovers. They launched 34 3-pointers and it resulted in 10 mades. 14 offensive boards turned into 21 points. So Tennessee, again, they're 18-3 this season when forcing 20 or more turnovers, and 6-6 when they don't. One of those 6 losses was against Texas. They played them already with the Longhorns, turned the ball over just 12 times. So when you get them into a running game and you turn it over at least 20 times, Tennessee, the Lady Vols are 18-3. On the other side of the coin, defense is the name of the game for head coach Vic Schaefer and the Lady Longhorns. So Illinois found that out the other day. They were held to a season low of 48 points. Texas has not allowed an opponent to score 70 points since January 23rd. They've only let 4 teams score at least 70 points all season long. It's clamped down defense. They played earlier in the season. Texas won it 80-76. So we'll see how it goes. They play at 3:30 on Saturday, the Lady Vols and the Texas Lady Longhorns, number 1 seed, Tennessee number 5 seed, playing in Birmingham. And it's going to be good. And the Lady Vols, here's how you look at it. Even if they lose, they are stacked for next year. You got 5 McDonald All-Americans coming to town. Does that guarantee success? No. Put you in a position to be successful? Oh, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. All right, Mr. Baseball's here. Let's get him in here. We'll take a break. Get ready to talk baseball. Tomorrow, opening day of Major League Baseball, including his team and my team, the Cincinnati Reds, hosting the San Francisco Giants tomorrow. The Braves loading up Petco Park in San Diego. So we're talking Major League Baseball opening day. We'll talk about it next year as we work our way through this Wednesday. We're live at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. It's busy. Parking spots, I'm sure, at this point at a premium. And so, is that a fair statement? Yeah. He got the last one, so there you go. So, but you come and they go, so it won't be long. Here we go. Also joins us a little later on. Here's Travis Constable talking about his business, TNS Home Improvement on the Tom Dillon Sports Show.
Tom Dillon Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. TNS Home Improvements you see on the screen. What's it all about, sir?
Well, we build decks. We do underpinning for mobile homes, vinyl underpinning, CertainTeed underpinning, K-Rock, whatever you want. Build decks, porches, whatever you want done.
How long you guys been in business?
A little over 4 years.
4 years.
Yep.
Geographically, where do you go? Where have you gone?
We try to stay within about 75 miles of the region. We've been all the way over to Virginia, up in North Carolina. Next week, we've actually got to go down to Pigeon Forge.
Awesome.
So
they're everywhere. TNS Home Improvements. So things you guys have been working on, I don't know, last 45, 50 days. What have y'all been doing?
Well, last week we built 2 covered porches, 10 by 20 covered porches. We've done about 6 underpinning jobs in the past 2 weeks, and about 10 small decks in the past 2 or 3 weeks.
Awesome. So if you need that kind of work done, all they want to do is ask you to let them give you a quote and go from there. Phone number, how do we find you?
Phone number is 423-946-8432.
You're on social media?
On Facebook. TNS Home Improvements on Facebook.
There you go. TNS Home Improvements on Facebook. And they'll go, as you heard with the sound of our voice, probably 50, 60, 75 miles, any radius of where we're sitting here in the Tri-Cities. And so there's a lot of them out there, home improvement companies. What do you feel like separates you from everybody else?
Well, for one, I feel like we're good on pricing, and everything we do for you, we do it like we're doing it for ourselves. So our greatest concern is customer satisfaction.
There you go, folks. One more time, the phone number is?
423-946-8432.
One of our great sponsors of the Tom Daly Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. I believe in these guys. Travis Constable at TNS Home Improvements. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Daly Sports Show.
Back to the Tom Daly Sports Show. He's here. Mr. Baseball's in the house. Ready to go. Is your mother watching?
She's watching, absolutely.
Ev, Cherry Cream Deluxe. Cherry Pie Deluxe.
Hey,
Cherry Cream.
Guess what?
I got it right.
Cherry cream pie. Yeah, guess what? I got one Sunday.
Oh, did you really?
Did.
For good behavior.
Yeah.
Mother made you one.
Yeah, I got one Sunday. Yeah.
Is it gone?
There's like 2 little pieces left, and the funny thing is, Wendy was like, "Don't eat all that pie," because she saw me eating a piece the other night, and I said, "Well, if you want it, you better take it. You better get it, because it's going to disappear."
It's the law of the jungle, babe. You better get you a fork. We're tearing this thing apart now.
Yeah, so there's enough for 2 small pieces left, I think, in there. But yeah, of course, the whole family jumped on it at lunchtime Sunday, and it was about more than half gone when I got it home, but it was okay. It's good. It's good stuff.
It is awesome. Yes.
Yeah.
Ev, you're the best. So it's March, so I think we about every 90 days we need to have one. So we're going to get April, May, June. We're talking right on Father's Day, somewhere through there. It's time for another one. So
yeah, she made the comment the other day. She said, "Well, I have until Christmas," because he said Christmas.
Yeah, well.
You're changing that.
We're bumping it up. It's a 90-day window.
Okay.
Every 90 days. And I'll pay her for it. I told her that. I'm sure it's not cheap because they put a lot of stuff into it. I would be glad to compensate you for your labors, ma'am, because it's that good. So, all right, we're here, ready to talk baseball. We'll start with the obvious. Evan Carter sent down. I don't think it's going to be for long, but Carter was sent down to, was it Red Rocks, right? Red Rocks, PCL. Carter was called up in September of 2023, making his big league debut in 10 days after his 21st birthday. 5 homers, 12 RBIs in 23 games to finish the regular season. Then he reached base in all 17 of the Rangers' postseason games, including a Major League Baseball postseason record 9 doubles. So he says, quote, "I can help this team win, so take advantage of the opportunity to kind of have a stress-free environment to get back to know what I can do." Evans says, "I've proven myself and everybody else that I can do it. I did it on the highest stage, so I know that it's in there. I've just got to get right back to feeling confident." That's the quote from Evan Carter. Better quote, that's a good quote, but the better quote's the guy that's going to make the move. The Rangers president of baseball operations, Chris Young, says this, quote, "He just needs some reps. He missed a lot of time. Swing's not dialed in right now. I have full confidence he's going to get going, and when he does, he'll be right back up here with us in the big club," end quote. We hope so. Evan Carter will start at AAA, and it won't take long to get him back up there. So
Not at all.
no, this is a bump in the road. But he went to the AAA. It's, as you heard him say, go down and stress free and just relax and play. And they they brought in a couple of extra outfielders in the off season, and so it's a crowded outfield. And so you got bumped for the time being. But if they don't perform, it's a performance-based business, as we all know.
Yeah.
So if Evan Carter, these other guys they brought in, if they don't perform, guess what? He'll be right back up there.
Oh yeah. All he's got to do is hit. That's all he's got to do.
Yep. And he will.
Yeah, he will.
He was out most of the season with back injury. So
Yeah. So yeah. He does need to get some reps in.
yeah, timing's everything.
Don't hurt his numbers at the major league level. Give him some reps in down at AAA and get him back up there as soon as you can.
You always said kind
as soon as he's ready.
have a stress-free environment out of AAA to get back to what I know I can do. It's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
He's a champion. He'll be back. So, Carl Raleigh, Mariners catcher, 6-year, $105 million contract. Is that a good deal?
Yeah.
Is this guy a good catcher?
He is a good catcher.
Yeah.
He's probably one of the best defensive catchers in all of baseball. And the guy can hit, too. He's put up some pretty good numbers at the plate as well. But, when I saw that, I wasn't surprised. You don't see catchers getting contracts like that very often, but so good for him. I'm glad he was able to get it. But, yeah, he's a good, strong player. He deserves it.
Jordan Montgomery.
Yeah.
Arizona. Tommy John surgery.
Yeah.
Tough break.
Man, that's the last thing you want to hear just when the season's starting, The guy's going to have Tommy John surgery. Does that mean he's out for the whole season? It also means he won't be ready for spring training next year.
Yeah.
So he's going to get a late start in 2026 as well. He may not be ready until like May or so in 2026 to even start throwing again. So yeah, that's tough. So you hate to see that, but have the surgery, get it all fixed up, and do the rehab, which they say it is a pain to go through that rehab. It is tough. It is really tough. And for those guys that are able to do that and come back, it's a phenomenal achievement. I have no doubt Jordan Montgomery will be able to do it.
He had a double whammy. He found out he was going to be losing the spot as the number 5 starter for Arizona, and then on top of that, because of it, Tommy John surgery, so he gets a double whammy. But again,
and the injury is probably the reason he lost it. So because the guy's a good, solid major league pitcher, he'll be back.
Yep. Arnold said, "I'll be back." So there you go.
Yeah.
We're here live. We're in Chick-fil-A, Johnson City, right here. Tomorrow and Friday, going to take some time off. Come back on Monday. So this time I'm taking time off. I have to because we'll take some time off. When I was off before, it was because I was ailing. I had to get healed up.
Yeah.
So now this is just going to be now that I'm healed up, I'm going to go mow the yard. And I thought, I was sitting at one point thinking, can I ever mow the yard again? But I'm going to mow the yard and do stuff. So anyway, we're going to be here today, then pick back on the show on Monday. And at that point, we're running wide open for a while. Won't be too many days off from here on in until probably I would think Memorial Day weekend, somewhere along there. So we're going to be at it hot and heavy starting Monday pretty consistently. Tomorrow, opening day, Major League Baseball.
Oh, yeah, it's a holiday.
Yeah. There you go. The Yankees open up against Milwaukee, the first game tomorrow. So Stanton with an elbow. So on the shelf, you lose Soto, you lose Stanton. Now you got Judge, you got some other guys, but nothing of the power of Stanton, and certainly Soto's went across down to the bat. So Yankees and the banged up pitching staff, they kind of come out of the gate ailing, don't they?
They do. Yankees fans probably need to be a little bit worried about the way the Yankees are going to be opening up the season. So, I'm concerned. Garrett Cole's not going to be there the whole season, and that's the biggest blow, I think. Giancarlo Stanton. It's both elbows. That's the craziest thing. It's both of them that he's struggling with. Hopefully, he can get back. I think he's been taking shots in the elbows and stuff like that, trying to keep from having any type of surgery. But hopefully he can be back soon to protect Judge in that lineup, because as you look at the lineup right now, other than Judge, it's not real scary.
No.
Not like last year.
No.
Where you had Soto, Judge, and Stanton back to back to back, which any of those guys can hit the ball 500 feet at any moment. Judge is not going to get a lot of protection, so they don't necessarily have to pitch to him as much as they did last year. At least at this point in the season, we'll see what happens.
I know a couple of Yankees fans said, "Man, last year was our year. We missed it.
Yeah.
It was our year to win it." Now they've broken the team up some. Well, Soto's gone. There's been some other guys come and go, so they feel like last year was the year of the Yankees. We'll see. Baltimore and Toronto tomorrow. They start right out of the chute in the divisional play. Orioles in Toronto. Red Sox at Texas, Philadelphia at Washington, Angels in Chicago to battle the White Sox, the Mets in Houston, Cleveland and Kansas City, San Francisco at Cincinnati. Back to the Mets games. It'll be interesting to see right out of the chute. I'm sure they will see Framber Valdez, I would think.
Yeah, I think so.
The ace of the staff at some point in that series, but it'll be interesting to see how the Mets come out of the gate with Pete Alonso and Juan Soto. A shaky pitching staff at best, but they got some offense, so. What do you think? What do you think?
Francisco Lindor, too.
Yeah, that's true. So.
I mean, you throw some of those other guys out there that they've got, and this Mark Vientos is going to play third for them this year. I'm high on him. He has shown us that he's a good player as well. So I'm anxious to see what he'll be able to do this year with Soto in the lineup with him.
Indians, nope. Guardians will be in Kansas City. Whoops.
Uh-oh.
Whoop. It'll be the Cleveland Guardians.
Hard to put money in every time we say something like that.
Yeah, Cleveland Guardians. So Cincinnati, the Reds open up at home against San Francisco at 4:10 tomorrow. Who starts for the Reds?
That would be Hunter Green.
Hunter Green?
Yeah.
Who's going for the Giants?
Logan Webb.
That's good. That's a good matchup.
That's a great matchup.
To start the season.
Yeah.
The Braves will be in San Diego. So we talked about the division a couple of weeks back. We've had movement and all these different teams. So starting tomorrow, opening day, what do you think the Reds can they make a run for the Central?
I think they can. I mean, it depends on what their pitching staff's able to do. If the pitching staff's able to carry them through. So they moved Graham Ashcraft to the bullpen, which wasn't a surprise. Andrew Abbott is starting the season on the injured list, so Carson Spears has got that number 5 spot in the rotation. But and he's been really good. I mean, he's looked good in spring training, so he earned that position out of spring training. Which, I mean, for a while there we were looking and saying, okay, who's going to get it? Because there was like 4 guys that could have possibly had that number 5 spot. Well, Spears proved that he was the guy to get it. So, I really like the rotation. They added Brady Singer, and he's pitched well in spring training as well for them. So let's see what happens. But, the lineup, they've got some holes.
Mm-hmm.
We found out yesterday that Austin Hayes is probably not 100% healthy, and he's the guy that's going to be hitting behind Ellie De La Cruz. So, I've been thinking, okay, he's going to have probably a monster season because if you think about it, if he gets cleanup, TJ Friedel will probably bat leadoff, Matt McLean second, Ellie De La Cruz third. There's probably going to be somebody in scoring position most of the time that Austin Hayes bats, unless Ellie De La Cruz has cleared the bases in front of him, But he should have a great season. I would love to be Austin Hayes hitting behind those 3 guys.
Yeah, it's setting the table for you, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So that'll be tomorrow in Cincinnati. Atlanta, the Braves hold up in San Diego, Petco Park tomorrow. That's where the season ended last year for Atlanta. Pirates will be at Miami. Cardinals hosting Minnesota. Detroit will be in LA to battle the Dodgers and the Juggernaut. Also tomorrow, the Athletics in Seattle and the Cubs in Arizona. Last story here before I let you go. You look at the Athletics. Their home openers on Monday. Everybody on the team's going to wear number 24 in honor of Ricky Henderson.
Yeah.
Well, that might be kind of, it's cool. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody's got 24 on Monday.
Yeah. Of course, I mean, so baseball's been doing it for years with the Jackie Robinson Day.
Right.
Everybody's wore 42, so let's just reverse it to have it 24.
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it's a tribute to Ricky. I mean, let's face it, he's one of the best players in baseball history.
Oh, absolutely.
And so, yeah, and it's been a good part of his career. Well, I think 3 times he played for the A's in his career.
It's an exciting time.
Yeah, so it's good for them to do that, to honor him. Sad to see him gone.
Yep. Opening day, Major League, we lost several. Pete Rose, Luis Tiant, Ricky Henderson. I'm going to leave somebody out, but we lost several big-name ball players in the offseason. So we're ready to go. So we're excited. This time next week we'll have 5 or 6 games in our belt at Lincoln.
Yeah.
A chance, and I know the rule of thumb, we don't evaluate teams until after the first 50 games. That's the
right.
Greg Sire, Mr. Baseball rule of thumb. 50 games out before we decide, okay, these guys are duds, or we'll be okay.
Kind of
with
know
it.
what you got after 50 games.
That's it.
Yeah. So did you hear about the guy from for the Angels, Ryan Johnson?
Yeah.
Second round pick from last year. He's made the opening day roster. This time last year, he was pitching for Dallas Baptist University.
There you go. That's a great story.
Not one day in the minor leagues.
Yeah.
Not one day in the minor leagues.
Went straight from Dallas Baptist to the Los Angeles Angels, which is probably, it may end up being more time. I mean, you may see a trend of that happening. So,
Yeah.
but this kid made it. It's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Love to see that.
Are you hungry?
Yes, sir. I'm hungry.
Go get you some lunch. See you back here next week.
Okay.
Coming up next, Travis Constable's here from TNS Home Improvements, and also got a brand new guest. We're excited about that from the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Brand new leader in Carter County. We'll do that right after this from Chick-fil-A. Watching show number 2,255 today. 2255 with the Tom Douglas Sports Show live at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City.
So I stopped in at Chick-fil-A for lunch and saw Officer Wilson come in. I decided to place a dine-in mobile order and have a cookie delivered to him just to show appreciation for his service for our community.
A few minutes later, I noticed that Officer Wilson had gotten up and left, and I knew he hadn't gotten his cookie yet.
And I'm headed to my car. I turn around and I see Allie, and she's running after me.
Mr. Police Officer, Mr. Police Officer.
Usually when someone yells officer, officer, they want to ask me about a ticket they got. I absolutely wanted the cookie. This cookie is delicious.
The Eagle Center, downtown Elizabethton, great antique store. Why come shop at the Eagle Center?
We just have so many unique things that tell a story, that add character to your home and conversation, and there's something new to look at every single day. Every time you come in, you won't see the same thing twice, and it's just a good place to shop for those unique gifts.
What's the saying you always use, the cliche?
Things tell a story when people no longer can.
That's it.
We have a building full of things that are just dying to tell stories.
Absolutely. 2 floors, over 50 vendors. Hours are open.
We're open 10 to 5 Monday through Saturday.
Closed on Sundays for the Lord's Day.
That's right.
And you have gift cards too, right?
We have gift cards available.
Yep. The Eagle Center, downtown Elizabeth, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Be loyal, buy local, and shop at the Eagle Center in downtown Elizabethton.
Thank you, Tom.
We are not okay with the staggering statistics of our youth. They have become familiar with brokenness, pain, and frustration. But their pain has become our concern, and their hopes, our responsibility. But we want to see the world transformed by Jesus Christ through the influence of coaches and athletes. Our mission is to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Jesus and His church. But what can you do about it? What if your actions now can help the future them? Together, we can help them become who God has designed them to be. But the time is now, and the action we take today helps them tomorrow.
Back on the Tom Miller Sports Show, we're live here at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. We always dedicate our show to that. I'm going to cross today's verse again is Psalms 147:3. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. He tends to our hurting hearts, those who grieve over their sins, and those who are afflicted by life's troubles. We're all going to do something. He cares for us. He's there for us. And so the verse is Psalms 147:3. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. We're joined by our buddy Travis Constable. How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you doing, sir?
Rocking and rolling?
Yes, sir.
Till the break of dawn, as they say. So, yeah, it's busy. And so, one of our great sponsors, so I want to hit this right here. We want to roll with something while we're doing this. And we'll make a new commercial, as they say. We're talking to our buddy Travis Constable, the owner of TNS Home Improvements. Tell folks out there what it's all about and how you can help them.
Well, we build decks. We do underpinning on mobile homes. So if you need a deck built, it don't matter what size, porch, deck, whatever you need built, just give us a call or reach out to us on Facebook, and we can come out and give you a quote. Don't cost nothing for a quote, so free quotes and get you on our schedule.
That's primarily what you do. What are other things that you do to help folks?
We do roofing and remodeling on inside and things of that sort, but that's more of a winter time type job. You know, we're so busy with the decks and stuff in the summertime, we really don't have no time for nothing else, you know, in the summer.
You're hopping, so how do we find you on social media?
We got our Facebook page, TNS Home Improvements on Facebook.
Phone number to call?
423-946-8432.
Do you guys have a website?
No, we do not have a website.
So the best way to catch you is on, as you heard him say, on Facebook. And also, just give them a call. Let them come out and give you a quote. Obviously, faith-based. The Lord's right in the middle of your all's business. Tell me about it.
Oh, yes, sir. I mean, I've got everything I got today because of what God's done. But, you know, my motto is, if you meet us and forget us, you lost nothing. But if you never meet Jesus Christ, you lost everything.
Amen. Well put. TNS Home Improvements, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Boom. Got it. So, you guys geographically, where you been? You've been everywhere, haven't you?
Yeah, we, Tri-Cities, North Carolina, Virginia. I mean, we're all over.
It's a great story. You started out, you and your partner. Go ahead and tell everybody who your partner is, by the way.
My partner, his name's Scott Hagee.
Scott Hagee. There you go. TNS, Travis and Scott. You started out with, what was it, a drill and a pickup truck? Tell me the story. It's a great story.
Whenever we started, we had a drill and a saw and a Chevrolet Trailblazer.
There you go.
I mean, that's how we started. And the Lord has just blessed. We got 7 trucks, 6 trailers, a tractor, 3 full-time employees. I mean, God is good.
You started out with a saw and a drill and a Chevrolet Blazer truck.
Yep.
How long ago was that?
5 years.
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
And now you're up to, as you heard him say, 7 trucks, 3 full-time employees, and running wide open.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. In fact, we've tried to get together here for the last couple of weeks, and he said, I'll swing during Wednesday. I can't stay long because where you guys working at today, by the way?
We're up in Elizabeth and working today, yeah. We're actually doing decks on a flood, some flood victims that got flooded out up in Elizabeth. And Clayton Homes in Elizabeth is putting on some pretty good deals for flood victims. So, you know, if you're a flood victim and need a home, go by Clayton and talk to them.
So mobile homes are making them a deal to get everybody back to, as best they can, get back to normal. You never go back to normal, I guess, but as close as they can. But Clayton Homes is giving some special pricing.
Yeah, Clayton Homes of Elizabeth is really helping the flood victims out the best they can. They're pretty much cutting to the bottom dollar with their pricing.
Yeah, I mean, they got to make $1 too to stay open, but they're slicing as deep as they can slice.
And there's other reach outs. There's a lot of churches right now that's helping with the flood victims. You know, the decks we're doing now, we're actually getting paid from a church instead of from a customer.
Really?
Yep.
That's neat.
So
that's Matthew 25:40. If you've done the least of these, my brother, you've done to me. So when you're out helping somebody, it's as if you're helping the good Lord himself, and that's what you guys are doing.
That's exactly, yes, sir.
That's what these churches are doing. So in closing, there's a lot of them out there. Why TNS? What separates you all from everybody else, do you think?
Well, I think the biggest thing that separates us is it's customer service first. We want to make sure that our customers is happy, and not only that, but like I say, we're a faith-based organization. We can't do nothing without the good Lord letting us do it and allowing us to do it. We put Him first in everything we do.
There you go. That's why we want them on the show. We're a faith-based show as well, and so we want them on, and we love for them to be on. TNS Home Improvements. The phone number again is
423-946-8432.
All right, we played this one. We'll come back and play this one as soon as I find it. This print gets smaller every time. There it is. There it is right there. Man, I appreciate you very much.
Thank you.
You and
Thank
Scott.
you, man.
Awesome.
We appreciate you.
Great sponsor. A new man over there from the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. He joins us next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Dr. Travis Constable again with TNS Home Improvements. Tell me what it's all about, sir.
Well, we build decks, do porches, roofing, underpinning, under mobile homes, a little bit of remodel work, but with the decks and roofing, we just try to stick on that end of things.
Absolutely. And so they've been at it for how many years now?
We've been at it for a little over 3 years now.
3 years. TNS Home Improvements. They go all over the Tri-Cities. You take quotes. You're licensed and bonded, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So I make the phone call. Let's step me through real quick. I make the phone call, get a hold of you, say we're going to come out and see what you've got going on and tell me what do you do, take it from there. What happens next?
I'll schedule a day and time to come out and speak with you and give you an estimate, and you just have to say yay or nay, and then we put you on the schedule.
Social media, how do we find you?
Facebook.
Yep. And the phone number is?
423-946-8432.
They've been at it, folks. Again, started with a drill and a Chevy, what was it, Chevy Blazer?
Chevy Trailblazer.
Trailblazer. Yep. And now they're up to 5 full-time employees and four part-time employees. They're going great guns. They want to help you. Let them come give you a quote on what you need. TNS Home Improvements, sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. From Physical Therapy Services, one of our great sponsors. You work with pediatrics at PTS. Tell me about that.
I do not. I work with pediatric athletes, but yes, we do pediatric at 1500 in the medical care building. That's when they work with people that they're developmentally delayed, where they're having a hard time walking, crawling, that kind of thing. Also Down syndrome, autism, all of that. And so they work, PT and OT work in conjunction with each other to help these kids get back to normal life.
Something that they treat a lot more than I realized, headaches. A lot of folks come in with headaches and you help them. Tell me about that.
Yep, so headaches can come from the neck. It can come from, you can have vertigo and headaches and that kind of thing. So what we do is we do an evaluation, see if we can kind of pinpoint where those headaches are coming from, either refer them out if they need other help from like an ENT or something like that, a migraine specialist, or if we think that we can help them, we'll treat their neck and whatever other issues that they have going along with that.
Social media, how do we find you?
We have Facebooks for the pediatric and the ortho clinics, and then you can either call us or find me on a sideline somewhere.
Dr. Aaron Kaiser, one of our great sponsors with Physical Therapy Services of Cyclone Football and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
What do I want to be when I grow up? I want to be a fireman.
When I was a kid, I totally wanted to be a firefighter.
Why? Well, if there's a fire, someone has to put it out. And I like fire trucks.
I didn't realize this until later, but what I really wanted to do was help people.
Also, you might get to save a cat if it's up a tree.
My social studies teacher, Mr. Willis, he's the one that helped me realize that.
My teacher says firefighters are important.
Today, I fight fires in a different way. I'm an electrical engineer designing smoke detectors.
Oh, and one more thing. The firehouse has a really cool dog, a Dalmatian.
And get this, I'm also a volunteer firefighter in my hometown.
Thank you, Mr. Willis.
Thanks for the inspiration. I couldn't have done it without you, Mr. Willis.
You help make their dreams possible. We can do the same for you.
Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live here again at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. Quick break. Brand new guest joins us next. Looking forward to seeing him and hearing from him right after this time out of the Tom Douglas Sports Show.
I stand before you now as proof that you should never believe that something is impossible to do. In America, the impossible is what we do best.
Sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Real simple. A lot of furniture stores out there. Why come shop at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings?
One of the biggest reasons people really rave about is 95% of every piece of furniture you see in our store, you can have it tomorrow. Don't wait 6 weeks. You can have it tomorrow. We're a firm believer in having stuff in stock. We have a 31,000 square foot warehouse, which is a huge warehouse. It's actually one of the largest warehouses of any furniture store in the Tri-Cities. And it's full of furniture. And we keep it that way because we want you to be able to come in, select it today, enjoy it tomorrow. If not the same day. Sunday sometimes we deliver the same day. So
it's just that simple, folks. So phone number to get a hold of you is
423-543-6937.
How do we find you on social media?
Just look under Facebook, look under Cannon Furniture. It will pop up everywhere. Also on Facebook, we're running specials all during the week. You'll see maybe some of them may be limited quantities, it's short period, but they're crazy prices. Like that chest you were talking about, $147 for a chest it's a crazy price, and it'll probably be gone within a few hours. But we're always running specials like that. Our website is cannonshomestore.com. We are improving it every day. We're going to make some major changes to our website. We're excited about that.
It's all right here, folks, in downtown Elizabeth. And be loyal, buy local, by Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. Great sponsor, proud sponsor of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show, last guest of the show before we take out of here. And so back with you on Monday. We'll take a couple days off for spring break. Back with you on Monday. We're joined, you see, Scott Plyler with JUCO. That stands for
Johnson, Unicoi, and Carter Counties.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes. All about it. We've had Mike Clowney on. Used to have Steve McCauley on. He's moved on to another job. But Mr. Clowney is the Johnson City FCA guy. We had him on before. And so the Fellowship of Christian Athletes making a difference in these schools. So how many schools do you have all told?
I have 7 high schools, currently 3 middle schools, and then hopefully next year I will work into Milligan College as well, Milligan University rather.
Yep, Milligan, we can help you with that because we do their games. We can help you get in over there for sure.
Amazing.
Oh, yes, and put you right in touch with the athletic director. No problem. So it's an awesome organization. It gets inside the schools that other organizations can't, FCA, and so how did you get involved in FCA? I guess we'll start with that.
It's a long story. It starts back in 2002, 2003.
Right.
When my family, we moved to Johnson County from Watauga County over in North Carolina. And I got a job at the high school teaching, and this next year I had given the opportunity to be an assistant coach. And then Steve McCauley came calling, and he asked if I would be interested in this thing called FCA. And so that's when I started a huddle group there at Johnson County High School and was a part of that for 10 years before I was then called to Kingsport to pastor a church.
So the knock on this generation is they're not receptive. Kids don't care. They don't want to hear about the gospel. They don't have any drive about them. And I know that's not the case. I'm around kids. Some are. But every generation's had kids that are deadbeats, won't do anything. We've had kids that excel and strive. So I guess my question to you is, are you finding out these kids are open to the gospel? They're receptive?
What I have found is, despite what the press says or whatever, there's a hunger in the generation, and they really are receptive. I think they're hungry for something true and something real. I think they understand in a lot of ways the world's fed them a bill of goods, and so they are absolutely open. And coaches are open. Like the reception that I've had has been amazing. I'm so grateful for that.
Yep, I would agree with you. I hear it all the time when we go out and the FCA and the different places that they get a chance to be and talk to. And we had an FCA chapter at Elizabethton High School, and so it's very active. And so working on making it more active. But you got Elizabethton High School, right?
I do.
And T.A. Duggar.
Yes.
And of course you got all the high schools and middle schools, as you said, in Johnson, Unicoi, and Carter County. So coaches are receptive. You know, they get beat up a lot by parents, by the kids sometimes. I don't mean literally, I'm talking about mentally. Just, you know, it's a stressful job. A lot of times, most of these coaches tell me their biggest thing they deal with their parents. You know, unrealistic
well, as
parents.
a coach, I've been there too.
There you go. I mean, and that's what you deal with. So the point is, they're under a lot of pressure, and so for you to come along and say, "I've got something for you," and you do, you have a coach's Bible. Give us some show and tell what you have.
One of the other things is I have started. We've got coaches' Bible studies that we're starting now, and so one of the things that we have for coaches, it's a really nice study Bible, and has in the back there's 365 devotionals in the back, and we got it a little bit bigger because, like myself, some coaches are a little bit older than we used to be, and we couldn't see, so we got bigger prints.
Amen. I know the feeling. So these you give these out to coaches.
I do.
People can buy these, and you turn right around and put them out in the system, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And they're receptive to these.
Oh,
These coaches
very.
want them.
If anybody, anytime I said, "Hey, you guys need a coach's Bible, want one?" I've never had a coach. Oh, the only is that they already have one.
Right.
They want to make sure other coaches have them.
Yeah. In this particular book, it's you got the words of the Lord in red. There's footnotes. There's lessons in the back of it, some challenges. There's a concordance there, so it's a really cool. How much do those cost, by the way?
I knew you were going to ask me that. I think these are
25.
No, these are 25. The student Bibles are 25. Will buy two of these student Bibles.
They're $12 a piece, and I've got this in the house. These are really, 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 really good. I can tell you, they are a great reference tool. And so the athlete's Bible and the coach's Bible, and you meet. What do you call the meetings?
Huddles.
Huddles. Tell me about the huddles you do at these schools.
We get together. Each school has a large huddle where all students are welcome. I mean, we tailor to athletes. That's in our name, but we get together and we have a time of worship, of Bible study, of fellowship. Just the opportunity to share God's word with students. And then another thing that we're really pushing in establishing are smaller groups. I'd like for the girls softball team and the boys baseball team to have their own small group during their season that they can meet before or after any practice that they want to. And so we're praying about helping raise up and train student leaders to take over and do their own Bible studies, because I still believe the best missionary to a 16-year-old is another 16-year-old.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No question. So they're going to listen to their buddy quicker than they're going to listen to me and you. They'll listen to me and you.
Right.
But when their buddy sits down at the Bible and says, let's talk about
that's when it happened. That's when it happened.
What are you guys going through right now? You come out with, well, we got this going on or this, that going on. And so, peer to peer, buddy to buddy, that's, I can very much understand that.
Yep.
When I was a kid, I would listen to my buddy quicker. I listened to a parent most of the time. So it's good stuff. So you have a T-shirt. Tell us about the T-shirt you got.
Okay, we did a baseball tournament March 1st. We were able to have 4 of our county schools get together, play a round-robin tournament, and then I was able to, between games 2 and 3, have a time of devotional. And so I told them, hey, always wear your school colors loud and proud. But when this is all over, we're part of the same family.
Wow, I like that.
Each student receive one of these. It's a neutral color.
Yep.
Because we are all on Team Jesus.
Amen.
At the end of the day, and so I was able to share, and their parents heard it. The 4 communities, like the Unaka, Happy Valley, Hampton, and Johnson County, all 4 communities were there, and they heard that same gospel message, the same message of hope. So that's where those come from.
The word doesn't go out void, it says in Isaiah, so there you go.
Always accomplish its purpose.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
Amen. So what do you do now? I mean, you're winding down, you're still going strong. School, you're still going, so you're still out there.
Spring sports are crazy because I got 7 high schools that each have a baseball and a softball team. And then, Elizabethton's the biggest school in my area, so they have track and field, soccer. So I'm trying to split time between, each school and each sport. And then we're also getting geared up for the summer. We have FCA camps that run over the summer, so it'll slow down just a tick, but it hasn't slowed down the school year at all.
So how can folks help you? How can they get involved? What does the people out there watching say, okay, we want to get involved, we can't get into schools like you do.
Right.
We want to help you, and be a support system for you. How can we help you?
Honestly, first of all, the biggest thing is just pray.
Pray.
Pray for the ministry. Pray for continued favor with school systems, like that we continue to have the access that we've been granted, and that we, that we stay within the guardrails. We always are, hate to say it, it takes funding to do ministry. It takes funding to do the baseball event like we did, but we always looking for folks who would be willing to financially come alongside of the ministry of FCA. And again, we're putting Bibles in students and coaches' hands. There's all kinds of scholarships to help students go to camp, because I can promise you, FCA camp, they will hear the gospel all day, every day, and the opportunity for them to respond to that and receive Jesus, and then as they go back home, then the other thing is in the community, churches, families, will you partner with us to receive these young people, because the discipleship's the goal.
Here's the verse today. We always dedicate our show to man on the cross, and so today it says, He tends to our hurting hearts, those who grieve over their sins, those who are afflicted by life troubles. We all got something going on. We know that. He cares for us, and He's there for us. So here's the verse. Psalms 147:3 says, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Amen. So, amen. So if you think you're going to, everybody's going to do something. The late Charles Stanley said this. I'm a big Stanley fan. He said, we're all doing one of 4 things. Number 1, there's a financial situation. There's more money than there is money.
Yeah.
Number 2, there's a relationship problem. You're mad at somebody's mad at you. Your boss is mad at you. You're mad at your wife. Kids are mad at you. Pick it. Somebody's mad at somebody. Number 3 is the medical situation. Got a report. Found out something. You're not feeling good. Or not just you or somebody else. So there's a medical situation that you're concerned about. And the last one, probably the most important, is the spiritual. Someone who's lost and unsaved. So we're all dealing with 4 things. We don't want anybody who knows to die and go to hell. And the Lord spoke more about hell than he did about heaven in the book. So it's a big deal not to go there. He says, was it second, long suffering, not that any should perish? Second
Peter.
Second Peter, thank you. 3:10, 3:9, somewhere through there. So not that any should suffer. So point being, we're all dealing with something. There's a great verse to hang your hat on. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. So anyway, the FCA, when we start to preach them, it's the FCA. It's an awesome organization. Is there a website? How do we get a hold of you?
You can go to fca.org, and you can click on the donation button and then type in my name, and it'll take you. And it says my name, but it's for JUCO. It's for the 3 counties and the schools and the students and the coaches in this area.
There you go. And you know the saying, people need the Lord. Whether you're 14 or 44, if you're a coach's wife, player, picket, everybody needs. And
everybody needs Jesus.
That's it. And so a lot of folks have tried everything else, and they found out it doesn't work. You drink out of this cup, you'll thirst no more. You'll look around everything else. So I'm living proof of that. So
yes, sir. I get that.
Coaches Bibles, students Bibles, FCA camps are coming up this summer. Where are the camps physically at?
We've got one. We've got one. We got a competitors camp out towards Memphis. We've got another competitors camp. I wish I had that information in front of me, but I know we've got football camps happening over at Emory and Henry, out at Carson Newman. Our basketball camps, we're not been able to have them this summer, but we'll roll with them next week. We've got volleyball camps going on. Also at Emory. We've got some schools in the local area, and that's another prayer request, is a school a little bit closer, because because when you Memphis to Mountain City is a
That's a
long
haul. Yeah. So we'd like to have a camp somewhere closer
Yes.
than Memphis.
Absolutely.
Because that's, what, 8 or 10 hours every bit of it.
Yeah, we can be to Toronto quicker than get to Memphis.
Yeah. you can be in Florida quicker than be in Memphis. You really can. So
Yeah.
you take off here in 8 hours, you'll be well down the road to Florida in the Sunshine State at the same time they get to Memphis. So I get that. So it's an awesome organization. We've been around it for many, many years. It gets to get into schools that other organizations can't. Goes right to the coaches and the student athletes. It's a great thing. From middle school up to high school, even to college, it's all there. And so if you'd like to get involved in something that's making a difference, this is it. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Good thing. Man, thanks for coming.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
You're going to be a regular. You'll know that. You're going to be a regular. So
works for me.
Absolutely.
Anytime.
Oh, yes. So it's a good thing. So this is what we do, and this is what we push. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll take a look at the NBA, the National Hockey League, and more right after this timeout. Show number 2,255. Today's show, they said it wouldn't work. 10 years going strong, and so today's show number 2255 with the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
This is Pastor Mark Fowler, and we want to invite you to be with us at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church sometime soon. And we're thankful for what God is doing, and we've had visitors almost every week. We have so many people that God is using His Word to accomplish a work in their life. And we want you to come. I think about our society today, and there's a lot of talk about the negative aspects and generations and what's missing and what we're going to do and how do we face this social issue and how do we face that social issue. And that is always the buzz. And if we're not careful, we talk like God doesn't have an answer. 2 Timothy chapter 3 we looked at the other night together in our church, and it reminds us that yes, in the last days there's going to be some difficult things come, dangerous times, but the antidote is always God's Word. And so what we're trying to do is to provide Bible answers for today's tough questions. And we're building Believers by the Book. So we want your family to come. We're thankful to have a Sunday school hour and a junior church and master clubs and a youth group and all those things going on. But what we're trying to accomplish is to get the Word of God into the hearts and minds of God's people.
Smith from Physical Therapy Services, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Things that you do, maybe some things folks don't realize you do at PTS.
So a lot of people think that we hang our hat on sports and providing sports coverage, which we do, and we do a very good job with that. I'm not trying to toot our own horn, but there's a reason that we've been doing this since 1976, and we continue to be the go-to people for this. But some of the things that we treat that people don't realize that we treat is just generalized deconditioning. People that aren't able to get up out of chairs, people that aren't able to work, people that want to be able to go and see their grandkids play sports, but they can't make it from the parking lot into the stadium. So we help people do that. Vertigo. We do a lot of vertigo work and a lot of dizziness work. We're one of the few vertigo from the American Balance Institute, one of the few vertigo clinics within the state of Tennessee. We do a fantastic job with that as well. And the other thing is, because we've been in business for so long, we are very well integrated within the healthcare system of Northeast Tennessee and outside of Northeast Tennessee. So if we can't help you, we can refer you to the right people that can provide you with the appropriate care.
Awesome. A lot of things. Website, how do we find your website? What's there?
PTSTN.net. You'll find our information, contact information. We're currently redoing our website, trying to make it better and updated. Really, the best way to get in touch with us is to call us or stop by, set up for a consultation, and we can point you in the right direction. Whether we're pointing back at us to get you taken care of, or we are pointing you to one of our fellow clinics and fellow physicians.
Phone number is
423-543-0073.
Physical Therapy Services, PTS, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. She came by and said, "You want to talk?" She said, "No, I just want to say hello." So, okay. Happy birthday to Diana Ross. Diana Ross and the Supremes having a birthday today. She is 81. Happy birthday to Steven Tyler, lead singer of Aerosmith, 77 today. Comedian Vicki Lawrence, funny lady from the Carol Burnett Show and Mama's Family, I think, Mama's House. So, Mama? Now, what was Carol Burnett's name on that show? Eunice. Mama and Eunice. Mama was, and is Vicki Lawrence. She is 76. Country singer Ronnie McDowell having a birthday, 75. Basketball Hall of Famer John Stockton having a birthday today. He is 63. And country singer Kenny Chesney having a birthday. Chesney with 57 candles on his birthday cake today. You have, let's see, is this one going on? Yep, this coming Saturday. Got this auction here in Johnson City. A live auction, Faith Circle in Johnson City. Go to the website. This won't do it justice. CollinsandCompany.info to check it out. Coming up at Faith Circle in Johnson City. Highway 11E towards Jonesboro. The terminal of Faith Circle, Homeville on the right. It's going to be auctioned off. It's on the west side of Johnson City, close to the VA Jonesboro shopping district. So there you go. And you go to the website, check it out, get all the details, all the bells and whistles at CollinsandCompany.info. There it is. And so we would encourage you to do that. That's coming up on Saturday, by the way, at 10 o'clock. Live auction there at Faith Circle. NASCAR. Who's going on NASCAR? Where are they going this week? They are trucking to over the mountain, not too far away. They call it the Paperclip in Martinsville. They'll be there this weekend for the Cookout 400 at Martinsville Speedway. Let's take a look at Milligan Sports real quick. Milligan Golf Team and the Trailblazers Spring Invitational in Tigerville, South Carolina on Monday and Tuesday. Finished 4th out of 11 programs. So, finished as the runner-up in the tournament was Francisco de Bethencourt. That's the name of the golfer for Milligan. Finished second in the tournament. That's awesome. Out of 11 schools. Also, academic honors passed out men's basketball team, Jamie Pay from Kingsport and Anjay Tamba. The big 7-footer, 4.0 for Tamba and 3.71 GPA in sports management for Jamie Pay. Tamba, a 4.0 in the NBA program. Pretty impressive with the big guys. Back next year, the 7-footer. Also, the women basketball academic honorees, J.C. Jenkins, 4.0 in pre-med. Is that not impressive? And also played basketball full-time. Lauren Longmire, 3.7 GPA in the psychology program. Samaj Clark, 3.61 in the nursing major program. And Tess Gibson, 3.78 for Milligan in the Child and Youth Development Program at Milligan. Wow. So you go 4.0, 3.78, 3.61, 3.78, and play basketball day in and day out, too. Very, very impressive for the Milligan basketball team, for the guys and the ladies. Here's a brand new listing also for Collins and Company. This is on Icy Lane, Icy Lane in Elizabethton. And so off of Garrison Hollow, but it's for $16,900 is this property. 0.65 acres. This picture's not going to do it justice, but you can take a look at it. Go on the web, look at it better at collinsandcompany.info. That's a listing at Icy Lane in Elizabethton. So if you're looking for a property, that'd be a good one to go after. Very, very affordably priced. Let's see what else going through here. Oh, gosh, yes. Let me tell you about our great sponsor. Thank you, sir. We'll see you next week. Yep, our great sponsor, title sponsor, Affordable Elizabethton. You got a couple of more days. That's all you got left. Affordable Elizabethton with zero money down on a new Ford Escape and zero money down on a Mustang Mach-E. For a few more days, end of the month, it's over, which would be Monday. Also, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, they also have right now 0% APR on new models like the Ram 1500, the head-turning Jeep Wagoneer, the Grand Cherokees are 0% APR right now until Monday. And also 15% off MSRP on Jeep Gladiators until Monday. That's a great deal, folks. You want to check it out at Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Elizabethton and Ford of Elizabethton. By the way, Scott gave me a Bible. How about that? He gave me the coach's Bible. Is that not cool? I have a coach's Bible, which is awesome. It's a really good Bible. And he gave me a tumbler, which is really cool. Fellowship of Christian Athletes, big fan of the FCA. So thank you, Scott Plyler, our guest. First time we had him on the show, and comes bearing gifts, which I didn't ask for, but it's very nice, called the Coach's Bible. Very nice, and I appreciate that very, very much here on the Tom Dillon Sports Show. All right, I think we got everything covered that we would know. Let's try one more time, take a break. I know they were offline, the computer was off, or the phone, something was offline. See if it's back on. I want to see if we can get the NBA scores, NBA schedule, rather. Let's see if we got what we got here. Is it rolling today? Is it off? Let's see. It says you're offline. We'll try to reconnect you. All right. So I don't know why I'm offline, but it says I'm offline. Yep, it says whoops. So let's see if it does this. No connection. So hit refresh. And it sits there. So anyway, that'll be a good time to wrap it up. Big thanks to our guest today. Thanks to Andrew Smith, sports writer at Johnson City Press. Also, Mr. Baseball, Greg Salyer, Travis Constable from TNS Home Improvement, stopping by. Appreciate that. And also, our first brand new guest, Scott Plyler from JUCO, Johnson, Unicoi, Carter County FCA. It's awesome. Out there making a difference for our kids down in the trenches, if you will. That's going to wrap it up. We'll rejoin you on Monday. We'll take tomorrow off and Thursday or Friday off. We're going to just, I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to just hang out. It's spring break. Booking guests on the show in the spring break week gets a little difficult at times, so we're going to. Here's the Wallen boys. The Wallen boys are going to get lunch from Elizabeth. That's awesome. All right, here's the verse to break it, to finish it up, I should say. Psalms 147:3. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Let's say it one more time. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Enjoy this beautiful weather. It's a little cool out here today. It's going to warm up into the 70s and flirt with the 80s for the weekend. It's going to be nice. Spring is here. Easter lilies are up. The crocuses are up. The forsythias are turned gold. The Bradford pears are blooming out. Red buds will be right around the corner blooming out. And the dogwoods. So spring is here in the mountains of East Tennessee, and we love it. And the mountains of Southwest Virginia, Western North Carolina. Have a good rest of your Wednesday. Thank you for watching the show. Remember, as always, bloom where you planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 2,255 today. The Tom Dillon Sports Show live here at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City, home of the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich, and home of the, yes, that's awesome, the pineapple dragon fruit frosted drink, or Sunjoy drink, or tea drink, or lemonade drink. It is awesome. Have a good rest of your week. Thanks for watching the show. So long from Chick-fil-A in Johnson City and the Tom Dillon Sports Show. We'll wrap it up by telling you, as always, bloom where you planted and win or lose. Be a good sport.